The bitter truth is Donald Trump's effect will not be an easy one on Nigerians, Ghanaians, and other developing countries. You guys, I'm going to show you videos of how Nigerians have actually started reacting on the effect of Donald Trump's effect on Nigerians. As I speak right now, the first 56 HIV patients have died in a Lagos hospital just 21 hours after Donald Trump halted the supply of HIV drugs to Nigeria. This is actually very sad news. I'm going to show you guys how Nigerians are reacting. Ghanaians are reacting, not just Nigerians, not just Africans at this point, because see, this is going to affect the world. And of course, there we are also seeing sharing and on how Nigerians can actually help themselves to come off these effects, because it is going to be drastic. Do you guys think Nigeria will survive this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Without wasting much of your time, let me quickly show you guys all these videos and then we come back to react some more. Take it away, guys.
So Trump just put pause on aid in Africa. And I must say, there are some people who are seriously affected. You know, people who are relying on this aid for medication, for food, and the likes. And my heart really goes out to them. However, guys, we are crying about ARVs right now and other medication and food right now. But we can't even stand on our own 2 feet with regards to things such as ARVs. I think this is an opportunity for us as Africans to actually take our positions, right, and put that begging bowl away and start finding our own solutions, because we can't, guys. We can't be saying and crying about ARVs, you know, basic medication, and saying that we need you, then that's how we end up being manipulated. So it's quite sad that things have come to this. However, we need to be able to stand on our own 2 feet as Africans. Man, we've got all these resources, we've got all these things, but we still need to beg for ARVs. We still need to beg for medication. It's kind of crazy.
Currently, it is said that Nigeria have the second highest people living with HIV. And that HIV, there's a medicine, you know, as HIV do not have cure, there's a medicine that they can take that will make them live longer. In fact, the virus will be almost not be detectable in their body, and the chances of them transmitting it will reduce. So that medicine, they've been taking it, and it has really calmed the virus from spreading and all that. Estimatedly, more than 200,000 Nigerians are living with HIV. I'm sure you don't know this. So that medicine that have been calming that HIV down, that people do take, it is very, very expensive. But the reason why Nigerians have been getting it very cheap is because the US has been giving it to Nigeria or African countries on relief. And not just HIV medicine, no, all those medicine that will receive free, that your government are not telling you that it's coming in free, it's coming in as a relief. So those medicine now, the US government, led by Trump administration, don't cut them off. So what is the risk now that Trump has cut off the relief? The risk is that the drug will go back to its original price, which will be very expensive, that even the HIV patients will not be able to afford it. And the HIV will now increase right from their body to become AIDS, where they will not be able to manage it again, which will result to them unaliving. It's a very risky one.
This is getting so crazy, guys. If African leaders did not sit up to do the needful, especially when it comes to this our healthcare facilities, especially when it comes to cutting ties with this US aid, then we should expect more damages in the country. Let me show you guys more videos of Nigerians talking about the fact that it is right time we fight for ourselves. We are our own problems, and we can as well find solutions to our problems. Watch these videos.
If you be man where they knock anyhow, you be man where we say everywhere where you go chook your thing, enter inside any bekus where you see. Listen carefully, because why? What is coming may be very, very disastrous. This message is for my Nigerian brothers and sisters, and also for my African brothers and sisters. Donald Trump has given an executive order halting and stopping America from funding HIV and AIDS support program. Many of you are not aware of this. Every year, American government budgets $6.5 billion to support poor countries and developing countries in Africa, with Nigeria inclusive, in fighting HIV and AIDS, making vaccines available for people who are already infected with HIV and AIDS. What does that mean? By halting this support system, it means, say, if you catch AIDS, now you go use your hand, go to find way to get vaccine, to treat yourself. Therefore, by this video, I am simply begging you, first of all, to go and check your status. And after you don't check your status, if you be the type of man where they knock woman without to, if you catch HIV and AIDS this time, and you no get money, no only God in heaven I go fit save you, whether you like it or not. This period will be tough for all countries as a result of the multipliers effect that America has all over the world.
Oh, the I will forgive a cheating man, people. Hope you guys are hearing now. Donald Trump is no longer sending any aid for 90 days, right? There's been a halt on to the US foreign aid, including HIV treatment programs in Nigeria. So the I will forgive a cheating partner, or it rains everywhere, every man cheats. They are no longer giving HIV drugs for free in the future, allegedly.
People with HIV now, that virus will come out. So please make sure you stay safe. Have one partner. Even if you don't have one partner, abstain from sex entirely. Those things, no need. For me, it's been like 10 years now. I never. You understand? Stop it. Just keep yourself safe. Our healthcare system is already a mess. And the federal government of Nigeria, the president, the senators, all those people, they don't care, because where they get their own health, where they get their own treatment from is outside the country. So you see, you are more vulnerable to all these diseases if you don't really take care of yourself.
Did you guys know that most Americans think that Africans are very poor? Like poor. Like we live in herd houses. In section, some Americans were like, the only thing they can remember about Africa are kids in charity commercials begging for money. Some said they know for a fact that they live in forests. Some said they know for a fact that Africans are very poor. Another one said they saw an article with a skyscraper in Africa, but they still cannot believe there's a skyscraper in Africa. Excuse me? Are you okay? Africans are not that poor. We don't have mortgage payments. We build our houses from scratch. We own all our houses by ourselves. We don't have car notes. We buy it. All the cars you have in America, we have it back home. All. Even the cyber trucks, all. If you guys have it in America, no, it's going to, before the next week, it's going to reach Africa. People are going to buy it in numbers. It doesn't matter how fancy the car is, how expensive, they're going to buy it like water. All the nice houses, we have them in Africa. What are you guys talking about? All the Beverly Hills, Hidden Hills, Calabar, we have them in Africa, and even more. Even the ordinary people, the normal people doing ordinary jobs. They live in normal, nice houses with good toilets, with good kitchens. And they're okay.
Reason why I shared the last video is to tell you guys that, see, despite the fact that US decided to halt the US aid being sent to Nigeria, to other developing countries, Ghana and all that, that does not necessarily mean that Africa is a poor country, right? Even though I know that people perceive Africa in a wrong way, but that still doesn't mean that we cannot take care of ourselves. People talking about the fact that you should watch one partner, you shouldn't have multiple people that you sleep around with and all that. That is not the only way you can contact HIV, right? You can also get them through medical facilities and all that if the stuffs are not properly sterilized. But that still does not mean that we have to own it up right now, like before things get out of hand. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that I could barely see people moving around with HIV and AIDS. I remember that time that HIV and AIDS was a thing. While we are growing up, like you could randomly see people walking so sick on the road, and there will be just this rumor, hovering around the person that the person has HIV and AIDS. But you could barely see them now. Like, I don't think there's anything like that. At the point, I was even asking, do people still move around with HIV and AIDS right now? So what am I trying to say is the fact that the government of these countries, the governments of developing countries should wake up. This should be a wake-up call. Despite the fact that we are not in any way supporting what Donald Trump is doing, because of course we all know that it is okay for America to help Africans, right, to come to our aid. But that does not mean if these guys want to cut off from Africa, we shouldn't have a backup plans. Because otherwise, how do people survive? Nigeria is a poor country. How do people survive? The treatment for HIV and AIDS is not a date treatment, right? These things most times are lifetime stuffs. And if these things are not being properly taken care of and controlled, it might lead to something very, very bad. But then I would like to know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think what this guy said actually, what I guys just generally tell me your thoughts in the comments. But for me, I just feel like the deed is already done and it's right time Africans wake up, be it Nigeria, be it Ghana, be it Kenya. You know, if you are one of the people that gets US aid from US or more, it is no longer coming forth, and we still have to do the needful and do it right now. So you guys, I'm going to rest it here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. In the meantime, if you're here to subscribe to the channel, click on the subscribe button to be part of this family. I would like to have you here. And I hear it happen. Don't go anywhere. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.